controversy only increased David's popularity, and all of Israel and Judah loved this loyal, obedient young man. And they weren't the only ones. Saul's youngest daughter, Michal, had fallen hopelessly in love with the young hero, and he with her. Well, this gave Saul an idea. He called David to him.
I've decided to give you my youngest daughter, Michal. Surely that pleases you both, hmm?
Well, how can a poor man like me find enough dowry to marry the daughter of a king?
David, the only dowry I need is 100 dead Philistines. Vengeance on my enemy is all I want. Surely you could do that for the girl that you love.
Oh, yes, sire, I can do that.
Try not to get killed, David.
The only way you can be mine is for me to do as he asks.
But you might get killed.
Then pray that I don't. Now, I have a job to do. I must prepare my men for battle.
Time to get ready, ready for battle. Go, David, go. Take up your lance and strap on your vessel. Go, David, go. Go over bears or lions. This is the way we're in. Now and your response and stay.
David, betrothed, but preparing for battle. Saul had set him the task of killing 100 Philistines as a dowry for his wife. Well, David returned once more victorious from battle. Not only had he killed 100 Philistines, he and his men, indeed they doubled that number. Good on them. So reluctantly, Saul gave his daughter to the conquering hero. Well, the people were ecstatic. They all turned out to the feasting and the merriment that accompanied a royal wedding. We all remember, don't we? What a grand celebration it was.
So pretty, dancing and merriment, see all are invited, princess and shepherd boy united, garlands, flowers fair, twine through maiden hair, lamps trimmed, burning bright, all is well tonight. Join us in our roundelay, celebrate this wedding day. Come to the wedding feast, see all is ready. Welcome the blushing bride so pretty. Those of noble birth, join with sons of earth. Bounteous food supplied, eat well satisfied. Join us in our roundelay, celebrate this wedding day. Come to the wedding feast, all invited, princess and shepherd boy united, princess and shepherd boy united.
Well, it all sounds like happy ever after, doesn't it? Well, no, it certainly wasn't. Saul became even more afraid of David as his popularity with the people increased. Skirmishes with the Philistines flared up from time to time, and David's successful campaigns made him famous throughout the land. He was now a warrior of fearless reputation. So Saul came up with a plan to assassinate David. He even confided this to his son, Jonathan, who was horrified. He tried to talk to Saul.
What is this?
Why are you so obsessed with getting rid of David? He's never done anything to harm you, has he?
He's just a thorn in my side, Jonathan. He's so self-righteous.
Have you forgotten how he risked his life to kill Goliath? And think of Michal, she is so happy. Don't do this.
Oh, look. If the Philistines can't kill him, then maybe the Lord is watching over him. All right, Jonathan, I have an idea. I'll give you my word. So long as the Lord lives, he shall not be killed.
Your word, Father?
My word.
So life resumed with an uneasy peace, until one day when Saul was sitting listening to David playing his harp. In spite of his success of a warrior, he was still called on to come and carve the restless king with his quiet music. Well, on this day, suddenly the tormenting spirits attacked Saul, and once more he hurled his spear at David. Well, it embedded itself in the wall, but David fled into the night, back to his home and back to Michal.
David, what is it? What has happened?
Michal, your father wants me dead. Why? What have I done?
You've done nothing. Father, he's not thinking rationally. And
There are troops approaching the house as we speak. He does not intend for me to live, Michal. I have never run from anything before, but I am in fear of my life. What should I do?
you must leave here tonight. You can escape through the window. And when the soldiers come, I will tell them that you are sick.
But what about you? I can't leave you here.
I'm not the one in danger, David, and I'm not afraid of my father. When his moods return to normal, you can come home again. But quickly, you must go before it's too late.
So Michal helped David to escape. And when the soldiers arrived and found him gone, she was immediately escorted to her father.
What is this? Where is David?
He's gone, sire. Ask your daughter. She helped him to escape and then told us he was sick in bed and couldn't be moved. We found a statue in his bed and he was long gone.
We'll search every inch of the countryside. I want him found. Why have you deceived me and allowed my enemy to escape?
I had to, Father. He threatened to kill me if I didn't help him.
He did what? Right. This charade is over, Michal. Consider yourself no longer David's wife. I have another husband in mind for you.
No, Father, you can't do this.
Oh, yes, I can. Yes, I can!
Oh, pity me. I've lost the one I love this time. That's not the way it was supposed to be. What have I done? There's nothing more that I can do. I've set the one I love away from me. No one will take on pity me. No one will take on feel my grief. Please keep him safe and stay beside him. You are the talk and you the light. Oh, with me. No one must
by trying to protect her husband, she incurred the wrath of her father, and she lost the love of her life. So what happens now, David? You are a fugitive running from the soldiers you once led, no longer able to return home, no longer able to seek refuge with your family. Where can you go? Go to Samuel. He's your only hope now.
David, run, David's soul is under you. Go now to Samuel, he'll tell you what to do. Samuel is wise that he takes me to a place where Saul will not find him, his skin will be safe. But then those suitors he find a place to be. He is discovered and once again must flee. His discouraged must be.
What a mess. Is there nowhere that David can be safe from the wicked pursuit of Saul? Is there no one he can trust? Well, there is, actually. There's Jonathan, his friend and his confidant. Should he trust Jonathan? Well, with nothing to lose, David seeks out Jonathan, who's very surprised to see him hiding in a field.
David, what are you doing out here skulking like a thief? What's wrong?
Your father's trying to kill me, that's what is wrong. And now I'm being hunted by my own troops. Why? What have I done?
Nothing. He gave me his word he wouldn't harm you.
His word? He lied! And of course he wouldn't tell you. He knows perfectly well we are friends. But the truth is, Jonathan, I'm only a step away from death. You must help me, my friend.
Tell me what I can do.
Well, tomorrow's the start of the celebration of the new moon. I've always been with your father on this occasion, but tomorrow I'll hide in this field. And if your father asks where I am, tell him I've gone to Bethlehem. If he's fine with that, then I'll know that I've been wrong. But if your father is angry, then I'll know that I'm right. You must do this for me, my brother. Or kill me yourself if I have sinned against your father. But do not betray me to him.
I will do as you say.
How will I know whether your father is angry?
Let me think. This is what we must do. We are brothers together, this much we have sworn, and I promise allegiance in the great name of the Lord. And if I am found wanting, the Lord strike me down, for your life is one more than my own. We are brothers together, hide where we are now. The day after tomorrow, I'll come back shooting. I'll shoot 3 arrows in front of the rocks, as if I was shooting at a target. Then I'll send a lad to retrieve them. If you hear me say that the arrows are still on this side, then you'll know that all is safe. However, if you hear me say that the arrows are still ahead, then you'll know you must leave here immediately. And if that is the case, may the Lord hold us to our promise. I must go now. Stay hidden, David, until you hear from me.
So David hid in the field while Jonathan returned to his father's house. Well, the following day was the start of the new moon celebrations, and the dinner in the long room at the fortress was a sumptuous affair. The whole household was expected to be there. And when Jonathan was making his way to the dining hall, Michal suddenly appeared at his side.
Jonathan, what is happening? Where is David? Do you know? Father is trying to kill him and I have made things worse.
Hush, Michal, the wolves have ears. David is safe for the moment. But I must find out what's happening.
Has Father gone completely mad? He's beginning to frighten me.
It appears so, Michal. It appears so.
He's threatened to marry me off to someone else, Jonathan. He said that my marriage is over. What can I do? I must see David.
I'm so sorry, Michal. It's not possible. We must go to dinner now and pretend that nothing is wrong. Be strong, little sister.
So the new moon celebration began and everyone was there, except David. But no one mentioned the fact. Not Michal, not Saul, not Ahinoam, not Jonathan, nor anyone else. However, when his place was empty the following day, Saul wanted to know why, so he called for Jonathan.
Where is he? Where is David?
He has gone to Bethlehem to be with his own family.
Don't lie to me, Jonathan. I know he's not in Bethlehem. Now where is he?
I don't know.
You're a fool, Jonathan. Do you think that I don't know that you want this son of a nobody to be king in your place? Well, I tell you, as long as David's alive, you'll never be king. Now go and find him and come back.
I want no part of this, Father. So you want me dead too now?
You're a big disappointment. Both you and your sister have deceived me and I can't forget it. Why are you so desperate to protect him? Answer me!
Because he's done nothing wrong.
Well, the next morning, as agreed, Jonathan went out into the field and took a young boy with him to gather his arrows. David, of course, was hiding behind the rocks and he heard Jonathan's voice.
Start running, lad, so that I can find the arrows as I shoot them. The arrows are still ahead of you. Hurry, hurry, don't wait. Take my bow and arrows back home, will you? I'll return shortly. You heard them.
Yes, I heard. So this is goodbye, my friend.
I'm afraid so.
Where can I go that he will not find me?
The Lord will have to show you now.
I'm devastated, Jonathan. I've lost my family, my wife, now my best friend.
You've always been brave, David. Don't lose courage now and remember our promise.
Always.
Go, take my horse.
Please tell Michal that
She knows you are safe. Goodbye, my friend.
goodbye. And may our God be with us.
So David and Jonathan parted company, probably to never see each other again. Jonathan went back to the life he knew, and David fled to the city of Nob. And the temple he knew, the priest there, Ahimelech. Well, his most pressing concern now was for food. Ahimelech trembled when he saw him, for he was a man of fierce reputation. When he asked for food and weapons, the only food to be offered was the holy bread, and the only weapon he could produce was Goliath's sword, which had been hidden in a closet since he died. David took the bread and the sword and fled once more, this time to the city of Gath, the headquarters of the Philistines. Well, after being on the run for so long, his appearance was somewhat dishevelled. Perhaps he wouldn't be noticed. However, he was recognised and he was in mortal danger. So he escaped from Gath and he fled to the cave of Adullam. There he sought the darkness, where he could hide like an injured animal and lick his wounds.